What is up, ScarKnight, bringing you another top 10 video, and this top 10 video shows best Generation 1 Pokemon, and I already did a video of this, but this one in particular is my personal choice. If you want to watch a more accurate Generation 1 Pokemon video, be sure to click on the link in the bottom after this video. The link will take you straight to the video and it will show you a more accurate approach because I researched throughout YouTube and throughout the internet to see who is actually the real top 10 Generation 1 Pokemon, and it's pretty accurate. You know, I did all the math through it, I did all the calculations, and it really shows which ones are the real best Pokemon, whether it's popularity, whether it's stats, whether it's how great they are, whether it's how they are in the show, whether it's how they are in the games. Whatever the reason is, it's the reason they are put in the more specific, more realistic Generation 1 Top 10 video. This Top 10 video, like I said, is going to be my personal choice. So let's get started. Dragonite, and of course it's the only dragon type Pokemon in Generation 1. Of course, if you want to include Seadra when it eventually becomes a dragon, then that's fine. Or if you want to say Charizard will become a dragon once it Mega Evolves in X version, then sure, I suppose. But unlike all the other ones, this dragon type in particular is a true dragon. I don't know, something about him is amazing. Ever since I saw him for the first time in the anime, besides the one in the Lighthouse episode where he's like 10 stories high or whatever, the other one shows in the Orange Islands. You see how fast he flies, you see the presence of him, you know he's really tough. You know he's the strongest Pokemon thus far, and that's why he's number 10. Starmie, and it was surprising how he got to the list, because when I had Starmie on the list, I was like, wow, I guess I really do like him, because he's very, very versatile. He knows water moves, he knows ice moves, he knows thunder moves, of course he knows psychic moves. He's water psychic type, and Starmie's just great. I don't know, I get really excited once I use a Starmie, because I know how fast he is, I know how usable he is. Even in competitive, he's really good. Jolteon. So I'm just gonna right quick say an honorable mention right quick, because once when I was a kid, when I was younger, when Pokemon barely came out, when I got my very first booster pack, I got Pokemon cards like Nidoran Girl, Nidoran Boy, Mankey, Pikachu, and I got Sandslash and I got Flareon. Sandslash and Flareon were my first favorite Pokemons. They were amazing to me, and over the years, I've been realizing how Jolteon is actually one of my favorite evolutions, you know, out of the three, and it's just amazing. Jolteon is awesome, and Flareon's still one of my favorites. When I did the calculations on it, it's definitely in the top 20, but Jolteon over the time, when I got older, I realized how great Jolteon is. Hopefully that doesn't offend any Flareon fans, but you know, Jolteon's amazing. Gyarados. Now every single time I, you know, use a Magikarp or something, and Magikarp sucks and all, but once it evolves in a very early level, might I add, Gyarados wreaks havoc all over the place. Just whatever it is, it will destroy things. Even when I didn't know the special and physical split back then, how it was wonky, and you know, he had water moves, all that, he still destroyed things, very, very much so. Over the generations, he just keeps getting better and better, and even in his 6th generation, he gets a Mega Evolution, and generations to come, I guarantee Gyarados will still be usable no matter what. Still don't understand why he's water flying type though. Nidoqueen. Now, Nidoqueen is a Pokemon that I use less. Well, not really use less. I use her a whole bunch. I just mean like really thinking about all the Pokemon I use, and thinking about the counterpart to it. Nidoqueen is the defensive portion of you know, the other Pokemon. And there's a reason I'm referring to the other Pokemon, but you'll see much later. But Nidoqueen is very versatile. You know how I love versatility. You know how that's probably why Star made it to the list. Nidoqueen is monstrous, and I kind of don't understand. At the same time, I kind of do. But if you remember in Mewtwo Returns, Nidoqueen got with Rhyhorn, and they had baby Rhyhorns and baby Nidoqueens. But like, how? I mean, when they breed, wouldn't they be Nidorans? Why the Nidoqueens came out? Is it clones, the exact same clones as Nidoqueen is, or what? I don't understand. Blastoise! Blastoise is one of those starters that you could solo run in any game you wish. It is amazing. Blastoise is dangerous in real life if you really think about it. If he uses those hydro pumps to you, it will actually most likely rip you in half. Blastoise is a very usable Pokemon. I only use him, I don't know, every time I do use him, he's just amazing. I usually use him in Pokemon Yellow and stuff like that, but I'm thinking about like Red, Blue, and pretty much just that, the green version every now and then, I suppose, if I chose Squirtle every now and then. But yeah, Blastoise, when I do choose him, he tears down everything in its path. Nidoking! Nidoking is that other counterpart Pokemon I was referring to, because he made it on the list. He's number 4. I use him all the time, and that's what I was talking about Nidoqueen, how I don't use her as much. Probably is because I like Nidoking a little bit more. He's more offensive. Again, versatility is my favorite thing in any Pokemon. If you're versatile, I'm going to use you. He has Thunderbolt, he has Ice Beam, you know, all that type of stuff. Earthquake, Sludge Bomb in the future. And when it comes down to it, whenever I'm using competitively, I like using the physical set, to be honest. I like running Sucker Punch, Ice Punch, Earthquake, and Poison Jab, I believe. All these punching moves. Most people like to run special, but Nidoking is monstrous. I just like Nidoking so much. That is why he's Juggernaut, and that's why he's number 4. Number 3 on the list is Charizard. So when I was trying to think about whenever I use Blastoise, I got to say that I always chose Charmander in Red, Blue, and Yellow. I think I started in Blue version. I don't know. I never remember what I started with, whether it's Red version or Blue version. I think I started with Blue version because I remember my mom buying that for me. At the same time, Red version, I feel like I played that more, or I played it before I got the game. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I know for a fact I chose Charmander first. Whether everybody's first Pokemon they ever saw was Nidorino and Gengar, and you know, maybe it was Pikachu or whatever. Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur, I always chose Charmander, and then that's where my love for fire types started. You know, I say I always like fire types, and I always use Charmander. And then after I choose Charmander, I use Nidoran so I could fight the gym and be Brock and all that type of stuff. That is good times. But Charizard, however, once it gets to that level, I just feel like I own a dragon. Even though he does become a dragon in the distant future when he becomes Mega Charizard X, it's such a great feeling as a kid that you know that you have a dragon in your possession. And it's just amazing. And, you know, considering what I have in store for other top 10s, Charizard's a popular one. So hopefully there's no Charizard haters or lovers that think that he should be lower or higher on the list. Number 2 is Poliwrath. Poliwrath is a unique choice people would consider, but Poliwrath is one of my favorite Pokemon. I will say when I was a younger kid, or not even that long ago, but like I guess before Pokemon Crystal rather, Poliwhirl was actually more favorable than Poliwrath. The reason for it, I think, is his eyes, to be honest. I don't know. His design's amazing. I like how squishy and round he is or whatever. I don't know. Something about his design I really like. I know that Slim Kirby also really likes Poliwhirl. It's one of his favorite Pokemon, or if not the favorite Pokemon. I always like Poliwhirl as well, and I like this Pokemon card, this design, and everything like that. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with his eyes, because Poliwrath is not much different. But over the years, once I played Pokemon Crystal, and then, you know, once I used the Poliwrath, I realized how much more I like Poliwrath, and I have this little toy of Poliwrath that I really like because it has a good shade of blue to it. And I really like Poliwrath, and he's also a devastating Pokemon. Number 1 on the list is, of course, Arcanine. Arcanine is indeed my favorite Generation 1 Pokemon. Like I said before, he has just a presence of greatness. He's my favorite Generation 1 Pokemon because I don't know. He's like a tiger dog, and I just like that. As you already know, I like white tigers and dragons. That's kind of why Charizard is very high up on the list. But Arcanine's amazing. I don't know. I don't know. I always use them every now and then. I'm gonna use them in a Let's Play eventually. I don't know when, but I am. I was considering to do it in a certain Let's Play in the future, but then I don't think that's gonna happen, to be honest, because of things. I'll refer back to the top 10 video in the distant future. I'll promise I'll remember. If not, then just remind me once I get a Growlithe someday. But Arcanine, amazing. And the first time I saw Arcanine, besides the Pokemon intro and stuff like that, I think the Indigo Plateau is the first time I seen Arcanine in the anime or something. And he had like a trainer that kind of acts like a Beyblader or whatever. But Arcanine is definitely deserving of the number 1 spot. And I know it's Patter's favorite Pokemon as well. But I feel like Arcanine's definitely up there. It's probably one of my favorite Pokemon of all time as well. I mean, not the favorite Pokemon, but definitely in the top 10 list. But yeah, that is it for the top 10 video. If you enjoyed this top 10 video, be sure to click on that like button and be sure to check out my other content. The next top 10 video, I usually give you a choice which one you want other than the other one. Because last time I gave you the option, should I make Generation 1's worst Pokemon? Try to do all the research on that. Or if I should make my personal choice on Generation 1 Pokemon. And you guys voted for my personal choice. But next time on the top 10 video, we are gonna go my personal choice on my favorite games of all time. Top 10. As for after that top 10, we're probably gonna move forward to the Generation 2 and try to do research on that. Expect that very soon in the future. And subscribe if you're new. Join the White Tigers and Dragons. They're 2 teams I split among my subscribers to fight for the right to vote. Join it, and I guarantee you'll have a great time becoming whatever you would like, whether it's a proud white tiger or a strong dragon or a brave dragon. Whatever you like to use the adjectives is up to you. Other than that, join the White Tigers and Dragons, and White Tigers and Dragons to you.